Now, some of you might be wondering how that short was accomplished, and it's pretty simple actually. These are all maps. Now, just like you could make map art, you can convert an image into map art data. And in this video, I will be showing you exactly step by step how to do that. Now, to start with, you're going to need a special image. They're called HDRIs. They're full 360 images in a certain format. And with an HDRI, we can then make your virtual environment. This website is a free resource to use, so feel free to browse it. I will be linking it in the description. And for a matter of fact, anything you see in this video should be linked in the description. If I miss anything, please let me know down in the comments. So for this video, I've already picked out one, but feel free to browse around till you find one that you like. But I would like to note that some colors, such as blues, tend not to work the best due to the lack of variety in shades for blues. As you've seen in the short, it looks a bit choppy and not so good. So I think this image should have the decent color choice as not to get that grainy texture. So for this image, you can see that it's a weird image, but it's also fully square. And we are going to have to break this down into 6 different images, each side of the square, top, bottom, and all around. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to download it. It does not matter if it's HDR or EXE. If you want, you can get a higher resolution, but I wouldn't suggest it because if we're going to Minecraft, that's pixels. It's just going to get downgraded. It's just going to take longer. Once you have it downloaded, you sadly cannot open it with Paint. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to get GIMP. I already have it, but I'll show you where to get it. Okay, so either you can go to gimp.org or you could go down in the description and I'll have it linked. So you go to Downloads, Download GIMP directly, and that should be all. Okay, downloading right here. You don't have to touch any of this. It's all good. Feel free to donate if you want, but that's fine. Should take about a minute to download. Okay, now that you have GIMP and you have your chosen HDR, let's open it in GIMP. This might take a minute due to its first launch. And if it's not the first launch, it should go a bit faster. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go over to File, Export As, going to go up to the name and change it from HDR to JPEG. JPG. Going to hit Enter. It'll bring up another prompt. You're just going to hit Export. Of course, you can choose a different location to export, but I think putting it directly back into the downloads will be fine usually. Close out of that, you now have your JPEG. Now, on to the next program, which is going to help us break the image up into 6 different images. Okay, so this program is called Cube the Sphere. You could either download it right here. Well, actually, this is an advertisement, so do be careful. Come down here, this is where you get Cube the Sphere. If you don't want to do this method, there's actually a website online. You could drag and drop your image in and download from the site. So it's up to you which one you want. If you want speed and proper quality, I'd go with the program. And in this video, I'll be showing you how to do it with the program, but it's the same procedure with the online version. Okay, once you have Cube the Sphere downloaded, do open it. You're going to go File, Open, figure out where you put it, select the file, open it. Should give you a weird image. Options, you can choose which one you want, what size. You don't really need that big of a size because you're downgrading it to Minecraft Pixel soon, so there's no point in going that big. So I'd suggest 512, but if you want extra speed, 256. Then once you're done, you're going to hit Extract All. It's going to start running. It's going to break them up. And once it's done, you should have each one labeled with the same name and an added part of which part of the image it is. Mine's done. So we're going to go take a look you have 6 images right here, top, bottom, and all the sides. Now, if you notice, it's not in a JPEG format, which is what we're going to need. So what we're going to have to do is we're actually going to have to convert all of these to JPEGs. You can either open them with Paint or GIMP. It's up to you. They both work. But I'll show you quickly how to do it. So open with, I'm going to do it with GIMP here. File, export as, same as before, change it to JPEG. Hit enter, export, and if you look, there we go, we got the JPEG. I'm going to quickly do this for all of them, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, once you have them all converted, make sure that you got all the correct ones. So you should have top, right, left, front, bottom, and back. Now what we're going to do is convert them into MapArt. So conveniently, I found this website that will convert it for you. So all you have to do is drag and drop one of the photos. Here you go. Make sure to select a preset. I'm fine with everything. Then you come over to here. You could either choose of these. We're going to be working with a schematic. We'll be working in 18.2. Map size you can leave the same. Everything else should be good. You can, if you want, change the style. So go through each of the styles, see which one best suits the picture. Some of them will give you better results, some of them won't. But this display right here is displaying it like the map will. So it's up to you if you think that it's a good image. Now that we have them in the NBT data state, what we're going to need to do is be able to translate them into Minecraft. And the way we're going to do that is with the help of Limatica. This is a very useful mod for transferring builds between worlds and transferring images into the world. So what you're going to do is get the correct version for you. I will link a full video of how to download it and how to use it in the description if you're unsure. But for those familiar, keep following along. Okay, once you have Fabric and Limatica set up, what you're going to want to do is Windows R, %app data, hit OK. It'll bring up this folder. You want to go to .minecraft. You want to find schematics for the version of Minecraft you will be playing. I'll be playing on this version. And what you're going to do is you're going to move these into here. And now you should have them in your world. Okay, what you're going to want to do is you want to grab the tool. By default, it's a stick. I changed mine to a shovel. You want to grab some blocks. And you're going to want to grab a map. What you're going to want to do is create the map. Look where you are in the map and go to the top right, top left corner of that map. Now, I turned on chunks with F3G. They'll be pretty useful in determining where exactly is the corner of the map. You see here, this is the corner. So this is exactly where I need to build up. Now, I suggest building up high enough that the map art will not intersect with anything on the ground. And usually I'd suggest not building anywhere that it will be on top of any of your builds. And I'd probably build quite far away. But for this is a tutorial world, so it's only temporary. There we go. This should be high enough. What you're going to want to do is you're going to hit M, which is the default key. You're going to go to Load Schematic. I like starting at 0, which would be the one without a number. So select Map Art. Going to go to the bottom left, Load Schematic. This will lag you for a second. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to go back to M, go to Configure menu, go to Hotkeys, go down to Execute Operation. By default, there is nothing. I set mine to \. You can exit out of there once it's set. Go to the tool, which is usually a stick. I have mine set to a shovel. You're going to hold down Control. use the scroll wheel to get to mode 5, which should be paste schematic in world. And what you're going to do is you're going to hit that hotkey that you just set for execute operation. And what this should do is create a map art. Now, if you compare this to the image, it should be identical. Now, we didn't really want one map because we wanted a room. So having a 1x1 map will not do. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to increase the size to at least a 2x2. But for most people, it's probably going to be a bit bigger than that. For a quick cheat, you can just install a plugin, which I will link down in the description, where you could just upload the JPEG itself, skipping the entire MBT step, and also skipping all the work of building the entire map art, which might take you hours upon hours. Even in creative, it will take quite a while to do each and every map. Because keep in mind, you're doing 6 images, and each one needs multiple maps. And you'll realize that you can't put 2 maps next to each other without a little bit of a bump. So this room, actually, I've already set all the maps to have invisible state. You can run it with this command on screen to give you a invisible item frame. So if you want it to look good like this, you're going to need invisible item frames. Whether you put a plugin or data pack to do that for you, that is up to you. But you will need invisible item frames. So you can always ask an operator to pass them along. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any questions down in the comments. Person in the wild virtual room. He doesn't even know I'm here. Yeah. That was a terrible evil laugh, but I'll get better. Okay, now he's showing off. Okay, with that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.